Naturalist, educator, Carrie Benham. Hi, Carrie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah. Last day of summer.
Is it?
Yes.
It is.
You should know. You're a naturalist.
It's just hot out. It's hot and humid. We've had, I think, all the seasons this week except for winter.
Yeah. Well, tomorrow we're going to get cooler.
Yes,
and,
like 20, 25 degrees cooler.
Boom.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay. That's
But with that activity weather comes fall activities, and the big one that I wanted to talk about today, the Halloween event.
Yeah, Goblin walks. We're really excited. That's coming up on October 21st and 22nd, so that's a Friday and Saturday. People can go to our website and sign up for a tour group. So we have skits that are going to be planned, and our trails are going to be lit up by the carved pumpkins. And so I'm looking for actually some volunteers to help carve those pumpkins.
Oh my gosh, that's a job.
It is. So G Farms has been real generous in letting us come out to their field and pick them. And after they've done their picking, then we get the leftovers, which is most of the time great. You know, so we bring them back, and then I recruit volunteers, come in and carve them. We put them out onto the trail and get them all lit. So I'm
How many pumpkins do you have to carve?
Oh, you know, usually a couple hundred
Oh
or a
my
little
gosh.
more. Yeah, some years it's like 100. It kind of depends on the pumpkin patch, the crop for the year. We had a pretty dry summer, but
Everything's, from what I've heard, is just
yeah,
it's
I think we should be all right.
bounty. It's a bounty of harvest.
Yeah, I think we'll be okay. So besides looking for volunteers to help carve all these pumpkins and put them on our trail, I'm also looking for people to do the skits. So we have the skits and we have the costumes, but I need some people to fill those spots.
Do they have to have acting experience?
Not necessarily, but they want to be enthusiastic and be able to fill those roles. So they can contact me, either call the center and just 517-782-3453, extension 106, or you can email me at cbenham@dahlemcenter.org.
And these are, you're not trying to scare people.
No.
In fact, you sell this as a not so
scary Halloween event, because there's so many scary stuff like the haunted houses and the corn mazes and stuff. So we take the other route.
And what age is the Goblin Walk appropriate for?
All.
Oh.
So our skits are geared towards all ages. So the littles get something out of it. It's educational. It's fun.
And these fill up. They
They
get sold
do.
out. Yeah.
They fill up. We've been taking registration since the beginning of September, and some of the time slots have already been filled. So Friday night we'll start at 6:30. Every 15 minutes, another group will hit the trail. So you have to sign up for a time slot. The last one to hit the trail would be 8:30, and then on Saturday we start at 5 o'clock and end at 7:30. So it's really about 10 groups per night.
What happens at the end? Is there a treat?
Yeah, we stop at the pavilion. We have cider and donuts. And I have a young lady that is fantastic in leading songs and doing storytelling and things. So it's not a place to get sugared up on lots of candy, so kids can come dressed up, but you don't need to bring your bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Get signed up before
Yes.
it's too late. You
Yeah.
will be disappointed if you wait.
Don't wait. It does. It sells out every year. It's just such a fun event.
Typically, as school is underway, you're filled with the preschool, but I understand there's some openings right now.
Yeah, so school just started not long ago, and we already have a few openings. There's some like 2 or 3 3-year-old spots that are available on a Monday, Wednesday morning, so 8:30 to 11:30. You can call the office and make contact and get some information and get registered. The child should be 3 years old by September 1st.
That's it.
Yeah, yeah. We have some new preschool teachers, and they're fantastic. So.
And you love that because that means you don't have to be a preschool teacher.
Right. In the past 2 years, I've been the preschool teacher assistant because of COVID. I am back now to being the naturalist educator this week, and next week I have 4th graders from Grass Lake for Annie's Big Nature Lesson, which is a week-long program. So the bus brings 2 classes out, 9:30 in the morning. We do lessons and programs and journaling and lunch, and then they leave close to 2 o'clock.
Oh, you
And
must
then I'm
love
going to see
that.
the next group tomorrow. So it's kind of like running summer camp. So it's fun. The kids love it. They get so much out of it. We spend almost the entire time outside. outdoor classroom. It's the best. So
Good to see field trips are back.
yeah, and you know what? There's teacher training for that. So if there's other districts that want to participate, contact me. We can get them signed up. The teachers have to do like a one-day training, and then a little bit with me. So it's the training with the Margaret Holschlag, who is the creator and director of Annie's Big Nature Lesson.
Oh,
So
okay.
there's a lot to it, and it's fantastic. So
there you go, teachers.
yes,
Sign up.
yes.
We have some
Contact me.
pictures. We had the graphic about the Goblin walks,
good.
but we have some photos from Goblin's Walk Past. Goblin Walks
yeah.
Past.
So great looking pumpkins. They don't all have to be faces. You can be creative. You can see one in the back that has a flower, another one palm tree, a sideways face. We've had fish. We've had butterflies. We've had everything.
The person front and center didn't really put much effort into that one.
Oh, you know what? I think it's backwards.
Oh, it's backwards. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's backwards. So this was one of our skits. So some of them are very musical. Other ones are just talking parts and things. So
Now, do you assign them parts, or do they come up with a story all their own? Or?
we already have skits in place.
Okay.
So depending on how many characters or how many cast members we have, then we can decide which skits we're going to do. Some skits require a lot of people, other ones just a couple.
And if you have a sombrero with cactus
Actually,
arms,
that is an elk. Those are antlers. That was the mariachi moose montage. So here's a group of volunteers that were helping out a few years ago. That year it was cold and rainy outside, so we did our pumpkin carving inside. I prefer to do it outside so we don't have to be as neat. You know, pumpkin carving's messy.
it is.
So we have people that like to collect the pumpkin seeds, so we can have people just gutting. Somebody else can carve. If you're not into carving, we can make this a team effort.
What do people do with the pumpkin seeds?
They clean them and roast them, season them, and eat them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. So this is Holly, a young lady that is leading the songs and the storytelling in the pavilion while our guests are having their cider and donuts. And we purchased the donuts from Meckley's Flavor Fruit Farm, so you know they're good.
You guys go all out.
We do. We do. Decorations. There's some of the decorations. I just love the ghosts.
So some of the sessions will be in daylight, and others will be in the dark.
Correct.
So
Yes.
pick your own
Yeah.
based on.
What we found is the very young families with the littles. The kids go to bed early. They may not be as comfortable in the dark, so they choose the earlier
No,
time
they'll
slots.
start crying. if
Well,
they stay up past their bedtime,
they might get a little
it
cranky. I don't know.
turns ugly.
So here's one of the groups that stopped along the walkway to watch one of the skits. So prefer to have people not use their flashlights, just go by the moonlight and the lit up trail with the pumpkins. This was an owl skit.
I thought it was going to be the Three Little Wolves.
No.
No, what is it?
These are owls.
Owls. Okay.
Yeah. So they have the mama owl and the three babies, and we're talking about owl pellets, and they just have a fun time, and it's educational.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them will tell little jokes, so it's good for all ages.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now the facilities constantly in change. You've got right now restoring one of the trails.
Yes, the Nature for All Trail.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the one that has the crushed limestone on it, and then it's held together with tree resin. It's been in place for a long time, so now we're doing low restoration on it. It has some chipmunk holes, kind of deteriorating because of the weather. So Jeff, our maintenance fella, and some volunteers are going through and restoring parts of it, a little bit at a time. So if it's roped off, please stay out of that area. You don't want to get your feet all sticky and yucky. You gotta let that stuff cure. So it's a big job. It's
Tree resin. Now, do you
Yeah.
buy that in buckets, or do you go and
we do have to buy it. It has some other chemicals, I
Oh.
suppose, in it. So we don't tap the tree and have it go out. So,
That-
but
yeah.
you never know. You never know.
sounds like something Dahlem would do.
Well, you think about Christmas trees, how sticky the
Oh, that's awful. You
sap
can't get
is.
that off your fingers.
But then you go and tap a maple tree, and it's mostly water, and you can make syrup
Right.
out of maple sap. So yeah.
Besides needing help carving pumpkins, you've got a worker bee coming up.
We do. So the first Saturday of October, so that's October 1st from 9 to 1, We have our annual fall work bee, so we're asking volunteers to come out, bring your gloves, bottle of water. We have some tools, but welcome to bring your own. Removing invasive plants. The fencing that goes along the roadway there, it's back a ways. We're going to dismantle that and put up a new one.
Oh,
So I
good.
think,
It's been looking pretty ratty.
yeah, the trees fall on it and things, so it's been a long time. We have
It's
some
rustic.
other
It
projects.
looks rustic.
It does look
Yeah.
rustic, but it needs a little better curb appeal. We'll do some gardening, spread wood chips on the nature playscape. So we have a
Nice.
lot we can do.
Yeah. And if you need a new fence, Allen Brothers Fence Company are the people to call. They are awesome. And they can do any kind of fence.
Can they?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you might want to call them. It'd save you all that trouble.
Would they donate?
They're very generous people. I don't know.
You know,
Maybe
we're a nonprofit.
they'd give you probably a good break.
That would be good.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Well, it's
Yeah.
been, as always, great to have you here, Carrie.
Well, thank you, Bart. I appreciate it.
You bet. Naturalist and educator at Dahlem, Carrie Benham.
Yes.
Well, this Saturday, it's a